My child, listen carefully, because the truth unfolding before you is darker than you imagine. Someone near you has been watching every step, every smile, every victory you've had, and deep inside their chest burns a fire called envy. This fire has not only poisoned their heart but also pushed them toward planning something that could change your life in ways you don't yet see. They pretend to clap for you, to smile when you succeed, but behind closed doors they bite their tongue with jealousy. Their nights are restless because your blessings shine too brightly, and your progress reminds them of their failures. That bitterness inside them is no longer silent, it's whispering dangerous ideas. The closer you get to your dreams, the more restless this envious soul becomes. They don't want to see you shine, because your light exposes their shadows. They are planning, step by step, how to pull you back into the pit they feel trapped in. Even now, while you read these words, their mind is calculating. They're watching, pretending to be your friend, your ally, maybe even your family, yet their spirit is heavy with malice. The envy is consuming them, and it's no longer harmless, it's a weapon forming against you. Backhand index pointing right, type Amen to get blessing 333. But remember this, my child, no weapon formed against you will succeed if you remain alert. That envy they carry will eventually turn into their downfall, but only if you refuse to ignore the signs. The universe has aligned this message in front of your eyes so you can prepare before it's too late. There's a mask they wear so well that others see them as loyal. But you, yes you, are chosen to see beyond the disguise. Their words drip with sugar, but their intentions are as sharp as a blade. The most dangerous enemy is not the one who attacks from afar, it's the one who whispers from your side. This person has been feeding on your kindness, learning your weaknesses, and planning the perfect moment to strike. You must recognize the signals before they reveal themselves fully. Their envy is not casual, it has roots. It comes from years of watching you rise when they remained stuck. Instead of working on themselves, they've allowed jealousy to poison their spirit. That poison is now overflowing, and you are their target. Backhand index pointing right, type Amen to get blessing 444. My child, hear this truth. Your success is their nightmare, your joy is their torment. That's why they pretend to celebrate you but secretly cry when you receive blessings. Their envy has grown into obsession, and obsession into plotting. They have been collecting pieces of your life like puzzle fragments, what you love, what you fear, who you trust. They want to use that knowledge as their weapon. Every small detail you've shared has been stored in their heart not as support, but as ammunition. Even when you laugh with them, their mind is not laughing. Their spirit is calculating how to dim your light, how to place obstacles in your path, how to twist the truth so you lose what you have gained. You may have thought they were a friend, but the truth is that they are a silent rival. And now, the envy they carry has reached its boiling point. It's no longer just thoughts, it's turning into action. Backhand index pointing right. Type Amen to get blessing 555. Be watchful, my child. Their plan is not random, it's deliberate. They are waiting for you to relax, to let your guard down, so they can strike without warning. This is why this message has reached you now, so you can stay awake when they want you asleep. They envy your kindness, your resilience, your strength. They envy the way you rise after every fall, the way blessings chase you even when you feel weak. They don't understand it, and that misunderstanding has transformed into resentment. What you carry is divine favor. What they carry is envy. And envy always creates chaos when it is left unchecked. But here, now, you have been given the shield of awareness. You will not be caught unprepared. The path ahead of you shines brightly, but their envy wants to cover it with darkness. Remember, my child, light always wins. This is only the beginning of what you must know. My child, the whispers of envy are louder than you realize. This person has been silently planting seeds of doubt about you in the minds of others. They smile to your face but speak venom into the ears of those around you, slowly trying to turn them against you. They have already started twisting your achievements into something ugly. When you succeed, they claim you cheated. When you work hard, they say you were handed everything. Their envy blinds them so much that they cannot see the truth, that your blessings are earned and divinely given. The danger here is not only what they think but how others might believe them. Lies, repeated often, begin to sound like truth to those who are weak-minded. That is their strategy, not only to attack you directly but to poison your name in the hearts of others. Backhand index pointing right. Type Amen to get blessing 666. My child, don't underestimate how far envy can drive a person. It can turn a friend into a foe, a sibling into a stranger, a partner into a betrayer. This is why you feel uneasy around them, why their presence no longer feels warm. That unease is your warning sign. They envy not just what you have but who you are. They envy your soul, your strength, your courage to keep walking when life tried to break you. And now, in their bitterness, they believe the only way to feel powerful is to see you fall. At night, their thoughts are heavy with comparison. They replay your victories in their mind, and every replay makes them burn hotter. Instead of improving themselves, they plot to rob you of what you've worked for. That is the root of their envy, it is the root of destruction. Backhand index pointing right. Type Amen to get blessing 777. Be alert, my child. They may come disguised as a helper, someone who offers advice or assistance. But look deeper, their advice will mislead, their assistance will delay, their guidance will push you into traps. This is not coincidence, this is design. They study your steps carefully. They want to know your routine, your plans, your future. Their envy feeds on information, and every detail you reveal to them gives them more fuel. That is why this message tells you now, be careful whom you trust with your secrets. Do not give them access to your soul. Do not feed their envy with your victories. Keep your plans silent until they are already complete. For envy cannot destroy what it cannot predict. Backhand index pointing right. Type Amen to get blessing 888. My child, do not mistake silence for safety. Just because they haven't struck yet doesn't mean they won't. Envy is patient. Envy waits. Envy sharpens its blade in the shadows, waiting for you to open the door so it can step inside. But you have been chosen to see this truth before it happens. That is your blessing. Where others might walk blindly, you have been given sight. Use it wisely, and the envy directed at you will collapse before it touches your spirit. Still, be careful. Envy does not always attack directly. Sometimes it works through others, convincing them to doubt you, to walk away, to betray you when you least expect it. That is why you must guard your relationships and watch carefully who remains loyal when the pressure rises. Their envy is not about today, it's about everything you represent. You are proof that rising is possible, that survival is possible, that light can exist even in deep darkness. And because they cannot match your fire, they want to extinguish it. Backhand index pointing right. Type Amen to get blessing 999. My child, imagine them sitting quietly in a room, staring at your photo, replaying every memory of you in their mind. They are consumed by thoughts of how you've risen higher than them, how life chose you for blessings that skipped over them. And in that obsession, their mind becomes darker every day. They will try to mimic you, to copy your steps, to wear your style, but the envy in their soul will always betray them. Because you carry authenticity, and they carry resentment. That difference can never be hidden. Do not fear, for this envy is both their weapon and their curse. The very thing they try to use against you will consume them if you stay aligned and alert. But if you ignore the warnings, their plan may come closer than you realize. Your heart already knows who this is. You feel it when their eyes linger too long, when their words sound supportive but leave you unsettled. That is not coincidence, it is spiritual discernment. Trust it. My child, you must understand, envy doesn't sleep. Even when you rest, their mind is restless, filled with schemes about how to weaken you. Every blessing you receive is like a knife in their chest, and that pain fuels their obsession. This person has begun creating stories about you. False stories designed to damage your reputation, to stain your name in places you have never even walked. They believe that if they can't defeat you with truth, they will destroy you with lies. But remember, lies are fragile when faced with light. Yet until the truth reveals itself, those lies can cause chaos. They are building a storm of rumors, hoping it will drown you. Backhand index pointing right. Type Amen to get blessing 111. My child, don't be surprised when you notice people acting differently around you. It may not be their choice, it may be because of the poison this envious person has whispered. That's how envy works, it spreads like smoke, choking others without them realizing it. You must not respond with anger. Your silence will confuse them, your calmness will frustrate them, and your patience will defeat them. They want you to explode, to react, to look guilty. But if you remain steady, their lies will crumble on their own. They are carefully watching your reactions. They wait for you to panic. They wait for you to fight back, because then they can say, "See, I was right about them." But if you remain still, you deny them their victory. Backhand index pointing right. Type Amen to get blessing 222. My child, envy is a disease of the heart. It eats the person carrying it long before it can harm the one it targets. That's why their face looks restless, their eyes look hollow, their smiles look forced. They are prisoners of their own jealousy. But a prisoner with chains can still cause harm if you get too close. That is why you must protect yourself. Keep your plans hidden, keep your circle small, and let your results speak louder than their words. There is a divine reason this message has appeared in your life today. You are being given insight before their plan matures. Others may not believe it yet, but you, my child, cannot afford to ignore it. Their envy has turned into strategy. They are plotting meetings in secret, whispering to people you trust, setting traps to make you doubt yourself. But do not fear, the truth is always stronger than envy. Backhand index pointing right. Type Amen to get blessing 333. My child, the way they look at you tells the story. When you speak, their smile falters. When you shine, their heart trembles. When you win, their soul burns. Their body hides it, but their spirit cannot. You may think you need to confront them, but sometimes silence is the sharpest sword. Let them scream lies into the air, while you walk forward, untouched, their voice will echo only in emptiness. Still, stay vigilant. They may try to block opportunities, to intercept messages, to delay blessings. They may try to convince others that you are not worthy. But they are lying not only to others, they are lying to themselves. Their envy is an admission, they see your greatness. They wouldn't waste their energy if they didn't believe you were destined for more. Their obsession is proof of your calling. Backhand index pointing right. Type Amen to get blessing 444. My child, picture them standing in front of a mirror. They don't see themselves anymore, they see you. They compare every part of their life to yours, and in that comparison, they feel smaller. That's why they try to shrink you, because they cannot expand themselves. Their envy is eating them alive. Even in their moments of laughter, a shadow follows. Even in their victories, they still feel like losers, because you exist. That is how powerful your presence is. But this isn't just about you. Their envy is about every wound they carry, every missed chance, every failure they never healed from. You became the symbol of everything they could never achieve. That's why you cannot heal them. You cannot fix envy. You can only protect yourself, remain aware, and let divine justice take its course. My child, you must prepare yourself, for the web of envy around you is much larger than it first appeared. This person has been carrying silent bitterness for years, and it is finally breaking through the cracks of their mask. Their every smile hides a storm, and that storm is waiting for the perfect chance to strike you. They are no longer content to sit in the shadows and watch you win. Their envy has grown claws and fangs, and it pushes them toward darker choices. They are whispering to people close to you, feeding poison disguised as concern, weaving lies that slowly corrode trust. Even now, as you are reading these words, there are conversations happening in secret rooms, messages being exchanged that were never meant for your eyes. They are building a circle around you, not to support you, but to corner you. Their envy has made them believe that the only way to rise is by pulling you down. Backhand index pointing right, type Amen to get blessing 111. My child, you have always been generous with your heart. You gave them your trust, your time, and even your laughter, never realizing that they were only collecting pieces of you to use against you. That generosity became their weapon, because envy thrives on open doors. They replay your moments of success in their mind like a cursed song. Each time you win, it deepens their bitterness, until they can no longer hide it. That's why lately, their eyes cannot look directly into yours. They are heavy with resentment, and their spirit betrays what their mouth tries to deny. This is why you have felt that strange heaviness in certain rooms, why conversations that should feel joyful suddenly turn cold. It is because their envy has begun to spill into the air around them. Your spirit senses what your eyes cannot yet prove. Backhand index pointing right, type Amen to get blessing 222. My child, envy is not just emotion, it is a slow-moving poison that infects everything it touches. The longer they hold it inside, the more destructive it becomes, until even their laughter sounds hollow. They are walking with a mask, but behind that mask their soul is burning with jealousy. They want what you have, not because they need it, but because they cannot stand the idea of you having it. That is why they belittle your victories, pretending they are small, while secretly wishing those victories were theirs. Their envy is both their prison and their weapon. The danger lies in the patience of envy. It doesn't always attack quickly, sometimes it waits, watching your every move, preparing for the perfect moment. And that, my child, is what makes this so dangerous. It is quiet until it explodes. Backhand index pointing right, type Amen to get blessing 333. This envious person is no longer satisfied with thoughts, they are moving toward actions. They are finding ways to interfere with your blessings, to close doors that were meant for you, to shift opportunities into their own hands. Their envy has turned into strategy, and strategy into silent war. They are speaking of you when you are not there, twisting truths into lies, planting seeds of doubt in people's minds. They want others to question your worth, to doubt your intentions, to lose faith in you. This is not an accident, it is a calculated plan born of jealousy. My child, they fear your light because it exposes their darkness. Your blessings remind them of everything they failed to achieve. They cannot match your resilience, so they plot to drag you into chaos. But chaos never destroys light, it only makes it shine brighter. Backhand index pointing right, type Amen to get blessing 444. My child, remember this, people reveal their hearts through their eyes. Watch carefully the way they look at you when you speak of your dreams. Do they shine with support, or do they flicker with discomfort? The truth hides there, in those fleeting moments when envy cannot disguise itself. They may say kind words, but their actions will betray them. They delay when you ask for help, they change the subject when you share your goals, they laugh when you stumble. Those are not coincidences, they are cracks in the mask of envy. Be careful not to give them more ammunition. Keep your plans guarded, your heart shielded, and your blessings private until they are secure. What envy cannot see, it cannot attack. Backhand index pointing right, type Amen to get blessing 555. My child, they are restless because they sense that something greater is approaching you. Your life is shifting into a season of abundance, and they feel threatened by what is coming. That is why their envy is more intense now than ever, it is a reaction to your divine elevation. Even when they smile, their spirit screams. Even when they pretend to celebrate, their heart curses. They cannot hide it anymore, because envy always reveals itself before it strikes. You must remain aware, for their plan is not only to hurt you but also to make others lose faith in you. They want to isolate you, to make you feel abandoned, to convince you that your blessings are temporary. That is the cruel nature of envy, it attacks both the mind and the heart. Backhand index pointing right, type Amen to get blessing 666. My child, do not let their darkness dim your light. What you carry is too powerful to be stopped by envy. You were chosen to shine, and no bitterness can undo what has been divinely prepared for you. But stay watchful. Envy works in silence before it roars in action. This person is already moving pieces like a chess game, testing your reactions, checking your defenses, waiting for you to lower your guard. Their envy is like fire, it consumes everything it touches, including themselves. That is why they look tired, why their laughter feels fake, why their energy feels heavy. They are being consumed by the very thing they are trying to use against you. Backhand index pointing right, type Amen to get blessing 777. My child, you are not alone in this battle. The reason you received this message is because divine forces are standing behind you, warning you, preparing you, protecting you. Their envy may form plans, but those plans will not succeed if you stay aligned. You must continue walking with confidence. Every step forward you take weakens their spirit, because envy cannot survive in the presence of unstoppable progress. The more you rise, the more their mask falls apart. This is why they fear you, my child. You are a living reminder that blessings cannot be stolen, only delayed. And no matter how much they envy, they cannot take what was destined for you. My child, the envy surrounding you is not only a thought anymore, it has become action. This person has already made moves behind your back, and the ripples of their choices are beginning to reach your path. Every step they take is calculated, fueled not by reason but by jealousy. They have started reaching out to people you trusted. Their whispers drip with venom, pretending to be concerned while secretly planting seeds of doubt. They want others to question your loyalty, your kindness, your truth. Even as you read this message, someone you know is carrying their words inside them, words designed to break your image. Lies have been released into the air, and once lies fly, they are difficult to catch. That is why you must walk carefully now. Backhand index pointing right, type Amen to get blessing 888. My child, the envious person is not content with watching you fall, they want to see others turn against you. That is why their whispers are growing louder. They understand that the sharpest pain is not from strangers but from those you love. They are aiming directly at your heart, targeting relationships, friendships, and even family bonds. They want to see you isolated, standing alone, questioning yourself. They believe if they can cut you off from support, you will be easier to destroy. But what they forget is that your strength has never come from crowds, it has always come from within, from the divine fire placed in you since birth. Even if you stand alone, you are never truly alone. The unseen hand of protection stands taller than their envy. Backhand index pointing right, type Amen to get blessing 999. My child, envy is like smoke, it creeps into rooms unnoticed. It seeps into conversations, into smiles, into silence. That is why you must sharpen your eyes and listen beyond words. When they laugh at your pain, you will feel it. When they delay their support, you will see it. When they clap without energy, you will sense it. Envy cannot fake love for long. They may try to copy you, to mirror your walk, your voice, your style. But their envy betrays them because their heart cannot carry authenticity. They are a shadow pretending to be a flame. Backhand index pointing right, type Amen to get blessing 1111. My child, this person is moving closer to revealing themselves fully. Their envy has reached a point where their actions will soon expose them. No mask can hide forever when the fire inside burns too hot. You will notice them making mistakes, slips of the tongue, unfinished lies, sudden changes in their behavior. These are not coincidences. They are cracks in their disguise. The truth is already on its way to you. Soon, you will see exactly who they are, and when you do, it will not shock you, you always felt it deep inside. Your spirit knew long before your eyes could see. Backhand index pointing right, type Amen to get blessing 1212. My child, beware of the traps they set for you. They may offer advice, but that advice will lead you into delays. They may offer gifts, but those gifts carry hidden chains. They may offer friendship, but that friendship is hollow. Do not accept everything handed to you. Do not step blindly into every invitation. Sometimes a door is open not to welcome you, but to trap you. The envious person wants to watch you stumble, because your fall will soothe their restless heart. But the fall they plan for you will be the fall they experience themselves. Backhand index pointing right, type Amen to get blessing 1313. My child, envy cannot stand forever. It grows louder, heavier, more reckless, until it collapses under its own weight. This person is already reaching that stage. Their moves are becoming desperate, their whispers more frantic, their mask thinner each day. Soon, others will notice the bitterness dripping from their words. Soon, their obsession with you will become too obvious to ignore. People will begin to ask, why do they always speak of you? Why is your name always on their lips? That is when their envy will expose them. That is when the very thing they tried to use against you will destroy them. Backhand index pointing right, type Amen to get blessing 1414. My child, do not let fear take root in your heart. This message is not here to scare you, it is here to prepare you. Awareness is your shield, and wisdom is your sword. Envy cannot win against one who sees clearly. Their weapons are built on lies, but lies cannot withstand truth. Their plans are drawn in sand, and the tide of justice is already rising. What you carry inside you is stronger than any bitterness outside you. You are chosen, and chosen ones cannot be broken by envy, they are elevated by it. My child, the truth can no longer be hidden. The envy that has been brewing behind closed doors is finally ready to burst into the open. The person who pretended to clap for you, who laughed beside you, who sat close to you, this person has become your silent rival. Their heart has been burning with jealousy, and now the flames are too high to disguise. They cannot fake their love anymore. They cannot bury their bitterness anymore. The mask is slipping, and the world will see their true face. Even now, their restless soul is plotting. They believe they are smart, that their schemes will catch you by surprise. But my child, nothing is hidden from the divine. Every step they plan, every word they speak, every move they make is already known. Backhand index pointing right, type Amen to get blessing 1515. My child, you may have wondered why certain doors have closed recently, why some opportunities were delayed, why people